Welcome back. If you thought the Cold War was the peak of nuclear anxiety, you're only half right. The fall of the Soviet Union didn't end the nuclear age. It just made the danger quieter, more hidden, and in many ways, more unpredictable. As technology raced forward, so did the potential for catastrophic failure. Nations claimed they had tighter control, but the truth is you can never fully remove the human element from the equation. Every system, every launch code, every single switch still relies on someone's judgment or someone's mistake. By the early 2000s, both the United States and Russia had streamlined their nuclear command systems, linking hundreds of missiles to instant response networks. A false alarm could now race across continents in under a minute. In 2008, a simple computer error in the US accidentally sent a warning to nuclear bases across the country, instructing them to launch test messages. The command was quickly withdrawn, but not before officers went on high alert. The event was kept quiet, but it was a chilling reminder of how fragile the system remained, even decades after the Cold War's official end. At the same time, another danger was festering in the ruins of the old Soviet Empire. In Ukraine and Kazakhstan, forgotten weapons and reactors were left behind. Radiation from abandoned silos leaked into the soil. Old warheads sat unguarded, their fissile material slowly decaying. Entire villages near these sites were evacuated, their homes left to crumble, their histories erased. The ghosts of the Cold War were still glowing, silently beneath the ground. And it wasn't just on land. The oceans hid their own nuclear secrets. Submarines, the silent hunters of the deep, carried dozens of nuclear missiles each. In 1986, a Soviet sub, the K-219, suffered a catastrophic fire near Bermuda. The crew fought for hours, sealing off compartments and sacrificing their lives to prevent the onboard nuclear reactors from melting down. Had they failed, the Atlantic Ocean could have been poisoned for centuries. This incident, and similar ones on American subs, were classified for decades. They're a stark reminder that even under the sea, the nuclear danger never sleeps. Today, there are still more than 12,000 nuclear weapons in the world. Many of them sit atop aging delivery systems, some decades old. Computers once considered cutting-edge now rely on floppy disks and outdated circuits. In some silos, maintenance crews are being trained on machines that are older than they are. One wrong signal, one miscommunication, one technical glitch could still ignite the unthinkable. Scientists call this the paradox of deterrence. The very weapons designed to prevent war could one day destroy everything, through a simple accident or a misunderstanding. You've probably heard of the Doomsday clock, the symbolic measure of how close we are to a global catastrophe. In recent years, its hands have crept closer to midnight than ever before, not because of an active war, but because of the escalating risks of uncertainty, misinformation and accidental escalation. Every near miss we've talked about carries the same terrifying message. We were never truly in control. In Goldsboro, it was a single, flimsy switch. In Damascus, it was a dropped wrench. In Moscow, it was one man's gut feeling. In Norway, a simple misunderstanding. Each time, sheer dumb luck was the only thing that stood between civilization and extinction. But these stories also reveal something extraordinary. They reveal the quiet, unsung heroism of those who refused to panic. The technicians who stayed behind in burning silos. The officers who dared to doubt their orders. The scientists who fought for safety over secrecy. They are the invisible guardians of our atomic age, the people whose names history almost forgot, but whose actions kept our world alive. I want you to imagine it for a second. A single red button, a flashing light, a choice that has to be made in a matter of seconds, with the fate of billions hanging in the balance. That is the reality of the world we've built. We live in an age of unimaginable power and equally unimaginable risk, and in the nuclear game there are no rewinds. There are no second chances. So, when we look back at these close calls, we're not just looking at history. We are confronting the incredibly thin line that separates order from chaos, human reason from human error. That line has held for over 80 years, but it may not hold forever. Yet knowing just how close we've come, that knowledge might be the very thing that stops us from ever crossing it, because in the end, the greatest miracle of the nuclear age isn't the bomb itself. It's the fact that we've survived it. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as eye-opening as I did, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the history that shapes our world. Stay curious and stay safe.